My name is Cindy Sim, and I have been a caregiver multiple times throughout my life. But the one I want to tell you guys about, the one story is with my daughter. She was my first time I was a caregiver. She was born very prematurely, and we were looking at a huge stay at the hospital. And the hospital was in Calgary, which was 2.5 hours away from where we lived. This was about 20 plus years ago. I was a young caregiver. I was only 20 years old, so I was really young. We didn't have a lot of savings at the time. We were freshly married, and it was a time where you didn't even have smartphones. So it's not like you could stay in contact with your family or anything like that. So we were very isolated. So we were in the city. My daughter was born 2.5 pounds, and all of our money went to gas and parking. So I remember spending days, in the hospital, hungry, really hungry. And I was nursing at that time or pumping, and I remember only having enough money for a cup of coffee or an apple. And of course I chose the coffee because I was 20. But I remember it being really, really hard. I paid for parking because I was in an unknown area of Calgary, and I wasn't comfortable walking back and forth to my vehicle because sometimes I was there late at night, providing, pumping, and then, gas. It went to gas because my husband, we had to pack up our house in Rocky Mountain House, and we moved to Calgary, which was a big struggle. And then we only had one vehicle, and so my daughter was on one end of the city in the hospital, and my husband's job was on the other city, and so we spent all this time in traffic, which was a lot on gas, and it was really hard. And after having a baby, you kind of get the baby blues. I definitely had those too. So caregiving for her was a struggle, and it came with other things. She quit breathing on us the second day we brought her out of the hospital. So then you had to get like that angel pad that would monitor her breathing. And so there was and all the appointments, you were back and forth to the hospital. So, it was around the hour care to make sure that she was okay. So financially, as a young caregiver, it was horrible. And I didn't know there was supports. I didn't know I was a caregiver. I didn't know somebody might be able to help me. I didn't have a voice at 20 to share what I was going through. I remember even in some hospitals, because we were in multiple throughout her early years, even bathing in hospital bathrooms, I didn't know where there could be help or if somebody was around. It was a really hard time. So I just wanted to share how hard it was for me. And you're not alone out there if you're a caregiver, especially a young caregiver. Find your voice, ask for help, because there's a lot of people out there who want to help you.